Get ready for some massive Newcastle United news. Thomas Tuchel has named his England squad, and guess what? 5 Magpies are in. But here's the twist. Not all of them will be there for the first game. We're talking about Tino Livramento, Aaron Ramsdale, and Lewis Hall, who are set to join up, but Anthony Gordon and Dan Burn, along with a host of other stars, will be late arrivals, missing the Uruguay clash. What does this mean for England's lineup? And speaking of Newcastle United, boss Eddie Howe is facing the media ahead of a massive derby against Sunderland. He's giving us the lowdown on Sandro Tonali's fitness after that injury scare, Lewis Hall's incredible England call-up, and how the team is bouncing back from that tough Barcelona defeat. Plus, he's weighing in on the fierce rivalry with Sunderland. You won't want to miss this. We're also getting the inside scoop from Anthony Elanga himself after that thrilling, yet ultimately heartbreaking, match in Barcelona. Elanga's on fire, bagging 2 goals, but he's sharing his honest thoughts on the team's performance, the missed opportunities, and what it means heading into that massive Sunderland derby. Can the Magpies use that Barcelona pain as fuel for victory? But the drama doesn't stop there. Germany's head coach, Julian Nagelsmann, is calling out Eddie Howe. He's got some strong opinions on how Nick Woltemade is being used at Newcastle United, particularly his midfield role. Is Howe playing Woltemade too deep? Nagelsmann is laying it all out, and we've got the full breakdown. Stick around for all these stories and more. Hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you don't miss a single update.
Looking for a fast-charging, ultra-responsive stylus for your iPad? Meet the 2X Fast Charge Active Stylus Pen, designed for 2018 to 2025 Apple iPads. Take your creativity and productivity to the next level. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
England's squad is packed with Newcastle talent, but there's a catch. It's March 2026, and Thomas Tuchel has unveiled his England squad for upcoming friendlies, featuring a significant contingent from Newcastle United. However, the timing of their availability has created a unique situation, with some players only joining up for the second match. 5 Newcastle United players have been named in the latest England squad: Tino Livramento, Aaron Ramsdale, Lewis Hall, Anthony Gordon, and Dan Burn. While Livramento, Ramsdale, and Hall are expected to be available for the first friendly against Uruguay on March 27th, Gordon and Burn are among 11 players who will join the squad later, making them ineligible for the Uruguay game, but available for the clash against Japan on March 31st. This late arrival scenario affects a broader group of England stars, including prominent names like Henderson, Gehay, Konsa, O'Reilly, Anderson, Saka, Kane, Rogers, and Rice, all of whom will miss the Uruguay match. The squad announcement itself was extensive, featuring 35 players across all positions, highlighting the depth of talent available to Tuchel. Fans are buzzing about the recognition for the Newcastle players, but there's also discussion about how this split availability will impact England's preparation and performance in their initial outing. Analysts are keen to see how Tuchel manages the squad dynamics with players arriving at different times. Don't go anywhere. The full story on these Newcastle stars' England duty is unfolding. And wait until you hear what Eddie Howe has to say about Tonali and that big derby. Eddie Howe reveals all on Tonali, England call-ups, and Derby Day. Newcastle United boss Eddie Howe faced the press ahead of a crucial Premier League clash against rival Sunderland, addressing key team news and the team's recent form. Howe provided an update on Sandro Tonali's fitness, admitting he's hopeful the injury sustained against Barcelona isn't as severe as initially feared, and a decision on his availability will be made closer to the game. He also confirmed that Bruno Guimaraes and Fabian Schär are still unavailable post-international break, but expressed optimism for their return. On the bright side, Howe lauded Lewis Hall's recent performances, particularly his strong showing against Barcelona, and highlighted his deserved call-up to the England squad, emphasizing that such experiences will be crucial for his development. Howe acknowledged the heavy defeat to Barcelona, stressing the need to regroup, learn from individual errors, and focus on the positives from the first half, where the team matched Barcelona. He also discussed the roles of Nick Woltemade and Yoane Wissa, noting Wissa's ongoing recovery from injury. Looking ahead to the Sunderland match, Howe praised the visitors' successful transition to the Premier League and stressed the immense importance of the derby, reminding his players of the emotional weight of the fixture, especially after their earlier loss to Sunderland this season. The Newcastle United faithful are eager for Howe's insights, especially regarding Tonali's fitness and the team's mindset heading into the derby after the Barcelona disappointment. The manager's comments on Lewis Hall's England debut are also a major talking point. But how did the players themselves feel after that Barcelona clash? We hear directly from Anthony Elanga about his goals and the team's motivation. Elanga's Barcelona brace and the fire for Sunderland. Anthony Elanga reflects on Newcastle United's Europa League exit against Barcelona, his personal performance, and the burning desire to bounce back in the upcoming derby. Despite the 7-2 aggregate defeat to Barcelona, Elanga netted twice in the first half, twice leveling the score against the La Liga giants. He expressed the squad's collective disappointment, particularly after a strong first-half showing where they felt they could achieve a different result. Elanga acknowledged the defensive lapses in the second half, highlighting that such errors are costly against top teams like Barcelona. However, he emphasized the need to draw motivation from the campaign and the passionate support of the fans to finish the Premier League season strongly. Elanga felt the team executed their first-half plan effectively, causing problems for Barcelona, but admitted they lost intensity in the second half, allowing too much space. He also touched upon a penalty incident, questioning the referee's decision. Personally, Elanga is pleased with his 2 goals, but stressed his ambition is to translate individual success into team wins and progression in competitions. He views the upcoming derby against Sunderland as the biggest game of the season, a chance to repay the fans and build on the momentum from recent Premier League wins. Fans are dissecting Elanga's performance and his candid reflections, using his words as a rallying cry for the Sunderland match. His ambition to turn goals into wins resonates deeply with the supporters. But it's not just on Tyneside where opinions are being aired. Germany's coach has some pointed criticism for Newcastle's management of a star player. Nagelsmann blasts Howe over Woltemade's role at Newcastle. Germany head coach Julian Nagelsmann has publicly criticized Eddie Howe's tactical decisions regarding Nick Woltemade's position at Newcastle United. Nagelsmann expressed his disapproval of Howe playing the German international, who arrived for a significant fee in a deeper midfield role. He pointed out that Woltemade, despite a strong start to his Newcastle career, has seen his goal-scoring form dip in recent appearances, coinciding with his deployment further from goal. Nagelsmann believes this positioning hinders Woltemade's impact, stating that playing deep as a double pivot makes it too difficult for the player to reach goal-scoring areas, especially given his skill set. He suggested that Woltemade is not a counter-attacking striker capable of covering vast distances. While acknowledging Howe's right to make his own decisions, Nagelsmann is clearly advocating for a more advanced role for the player. He also noted that Woltemade was left on the bench for crucial Champions League games, further fueling his concern. Nagelsmann praised Woltemade's character and believes he will adapt, but the current situation is described as disturbing. This critique has sparked debate among fans and pundits, with many discussing whether Howe's tactical choices are indeed holding back Woltemade's potential. Analysts are weighing in on the international manager's unusual public comments. That's a wrap on our top stories for now. But don't go anywhere. We've got a lightning round recap and your full call to action coming up next. 2 Newcastle stars are late arrivals for England duty. Eddie Howe is talking Tonali and Derby Day. Anthony Elanga reflects on Barcelona heartbreak and Sunderland fire. And Julian Nagelsmann is calling out Eddie Howe's tactics. What a show! Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to news, hit that notification bell, drop a comment with your thoughts, and follow us on all socials for even more breaking news and analysis. We'll see you in the next one.